All right, today we're going to talk about a moment that so many parents to be awaiting for. Really holding their breath, the 12-week mark of pregnancy. And trust me, it's so much more than just a date on the calendar. It's a huge turning point packed with some absolutely incredible development and big changes for everybody. Let's just let that sink in for a second. The first trimester is over. For anyone who's been through it, you know this isn't just some small thing. It feels like you've just crossed a massive finish line. That early phase, which can be so uncertain and, let's be honest, completely exhausting, it's officially done. You made it. And there's a really powerful reason this milestone brings such a deep, deep sense of relief. The risk of miscarriage drops, and not just by a little, but significantly. This is exactly why so many expecting parents pick this precise moment to finally share their big news with family and friends. It's the week that really shifts the whole journey from a quiet, private hope into a big public celebration.
Okay, so what are we actually talking about here? How big is this tiny person at the center of this huge milestone? Let's try to put their little world into a perspective that we can all really wrap our heads around.
So you see the numbers on the screen, about 2 inches long and less than an ounce. But the numbers don't really tell the story, do they? The analogy is what makes it real. Your baby is about the size of a plum. Just think about that. Everything we're about to get into, all of this mind-blowing complexity, is happening inside something that could literally rest in the palm of your hand. It's amazing. So now, let's zoom way, way in. Let's get to the most incredible part of this story. What is actually going on inside that tiny, plum-sized world? Because the developmental leaps that are happening right now, they're nothing short of breathtaking. We're talking about the very beginning of reflexes. And these aren't just some random little twitches either. The baby's fingers can actually open and close. Their little toes can curl. And their mouth is already making sucking motions. These are the first crucial building blocks for interacting with the world. They're already practicing for feeding and for grasping, long, long before they're born.
And here's a development that is just, wow, it's truly profound. The nerve cells are multiplying at an explosive rate, and because of that, the baby now has the capacity to feel. This is way more than just a physical change. It's a massive leap in how the central nervous system is formed. It's the very dawn of sensory experience. Meanwhile, inside, all the internal systems are getting a major upgrade. The intestines, which actually grew so fast they had to temporarily move into the umbilical cord, can you believe that, are now shifting into their permanent home in the abdomen. The kidneys are fully up and running, and the pituitary gland, which is basically the body's future command center, is starting to pump out critical hormones. It's like this perfectly coordinated dance of development is happening all at once. But of course, this journey isn't just about the baby, right? All of this incredible growth has a direct, and I mean direct impact on the pregnant parent. So let's shift our focus now to the amazing changes happening as you step into this brand new chapter. First, let's talk about some good news, some welcome relief. As your uterus grows, it starts to move up and out of the pelvis. And what does that mean? It finally takes some pressure off your bladder. So yes, maybe a few less trips to the bathroom. But on the other hand, you might start noticing some new things happening with your skin. That famous pregnancy glow is totally real. It's from all the increased blood flow. But those same hormones can also trigger acne for some people. You also might notice some darker patches of skin appearing. There's a name for that. It's called cloasma. And it's just another super common effect of those powerful pregnancy hormones doing their thing. It's always helpful to know the name for what you might be seeing in the mirror. So with all the tough parts of the first trimester hopefully behind you, this all leads to the doorstep of the next big phase. You are now entering what so many people call the golden period of pregnancy, the second trimester. And as you're looking ahead to this next stage, here's a fantastic practical tip for you. Start moisturizing your belly now. Seriously, in the next few weeks, your bump is really going to start growing, and keeping that skin hydrated and elastic can make a huge difference in helping to reduce the itchiness and stretch marks that come along with that beautiful expansion. And that brings us to the end. We've just explored a whole world the size of a plum, a world that already has reflexes, organs that are working, and a nervous system that's just coming alive. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. At just 12 weeks, a whole secret world is in full motion. How does knowing all these incredible details change how we think about the very beginning of life?